What's up, Maniacs? Welcome to Game Mania, and I hope you feel very nostalgic today. In this episode, we'll talk about
Cyberpunk 2077.
It's 2025, and the new update just dropped off with a lot of changes for Night City. But first, let's remember what this game is about for a while. In the 90s, traditional nation-states begin losing power as megacorporations gain massive influence over governments, economies, and technology. Corporations form their own private armies and start openly warring with each other for resources, technology, and power. 2003 through 2004, the collapse. A global economic crash devastates the world. The U.S. government is bailed out by megacorporations, effectively becoming their puppet. Cities are overcrowded and the crime goes skyrocketing. First Corporate War, 2010 through 2011, Arasaka and IBM battle over shipping routes. Founded in 1915 by Saburo Arasaka, is one of the big 5 megacorps in the cyberpunk universe and the single most dominant corporate entity in Japan. It operates globally, but Night City is one of its key battlegrounds against rivals like Militech. 2020, the events of Cyberpunk 2020 tabletop game occur. Johnny Silverhand is already a famous rocker boy and anti-corporate activist. Second Corporate War started in 2022, and the corporations begin using full-scale military engagements to settle disputes. Fourth Corporate War, 2023, Arasaka versus Militech escalates into global chaos. The war ends with the nuclear bombing of Arasaka Tower in Night City, the Night City Holocaust. Johnny Silverhand disappears during this attack and is presumed dead for now. 2040s. The world is blanketed in a red haze caused by nuclear fallout and debris in the atmosphere. This period is called the Time of the Red. Night City is partly destroyed, but nomads, gangs, and small communities keep it alive. Megacorps are weakened, but still powerful. Netwatch builds the Black Wall, a massive firewall separating human-accessible parts of the net from dangerous rogue AIs unleashed during the war. 2050 to 2070, rise of the new era. Megacorporations rebuild, especially Arasaka, which regains influence despite its war crimes. Cybernetic enhancements become cheaper and more common, leading to the rise of psychosis, a mental disorder caused by losing touch with humanity due to excessive cyberware. Night City expands again, drawing in migrants, gangs, and opportunists from around the world. Corporations fully dominate politics, and Night City becomes a corporate playground. Cyberpunk 2077 takes place in a future shaped by economic collapse, environmental disaster, and the free rise of megacorporations. In the decades before the game's events, traditional governments lost power, replaced by corporate empires that control technology, resources, and entire populations. The planet is ravaged by climate change, resource shortages, and nuclear incidents, forcing humanity into sprawling, overpopulated cities. Technology has advanced rapidly. Cybernetic implants, AI, and virtual reality have become commonplace, but so has inequality. The rich live in high-rise luxury. The poor scrape by in slums, selling their bodies or their data to survive. Night City, located in the Free State of Northern California, is an independent city-state and one of the most dangerous places on Earth. Founded as a corporate paradise, it has become a melting pot of cultures, tech, crime, and political unrest. At the start, you choose V's background path. Each life path gives you a different opening mission, unique dialogue options throughout the game, and insight into certain factions. Nomad. You're out in the Badlands, the desert outside Night City. Your car's broken down and you're trying to fix it. You need a local mechanic and have a run-in with the sheriff, who clearly doesn't like outsiders. Your first job is to smuggle contraband into Night City with the help of Jackie Wells. Street Kid, you're in Night City from the start, in Haywood. You help a bartender friend by stealing a car for him, but the car is already being stolen by Jackie Wells. The NCPD catches you both, but you're released thanks to a mutual acquaintance. You and Jackie start working together. And Corpo, you work for Arasaka Corporation as a high-level operative. Your boss, Jenkins, orders you to take out a corporate rival. You're gearing up for an espionage mission when Arasaka's internal security strips you of your status, gear, and funds. Jackie helps you survive as you fall from corporate grace.
Your new life, it starts now.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan.
The Relic Project begins at Arasaka, a biochip that can digitally store a human consciousness and implant it into another body. Upon finishing a gig in the year 2023, Johnny says goodbye to everyone and leaves on a chopper headed to Arasaka Tower. Johnny and his crew aim to blow the towers up with a nuclear bomb. They succeed in planting the bomb, and Johnny uploads a virus onto their subnet. But on escaping, Johnny is incapacitated by Atom Smasher. Johnny then meets Saburo Arasaka, who transfers Johnny's consciousness onto a biochip, killing him. Deshaun hires you to steal the relic from the Arasaka Corporation, a biochip called the Relic from Arasaka. But the plan don't go well. Saburo Arasaka is murdered by his own son, and you're forced to insert the relic into your own head to keep it from being destroyed. This awakens Johnny Silverhand, the digital ghost of the legendary rocker star Terrorist, in your mind, merging his consciousness with yours. Dex realizes the job is now connected to the murder of the most powerful man in the city, and he makes a plan to hide the evidence of the heist, shooting you in the head. But Dex's betrayal doesn't save him. Arasaka's hitman, Takamura, finds you both and kills Dex almost immediately. You survive only because the relic's fail-safe mechanism boots up and starts repairing your bullet wound, which is also what kickstarts Johnny Silverhand's takeover. Takamura brings you to Victor the Ripper dock to stabilize you after the relic starts repairing your bullet wound. Takamura saves V for a reason of duty and revenge. He knows that Saburo was not poisoned. He wants you to prove that Saburo was killed by his son Yorinobu. He insists on helping you arrange a meeting with Hanako Arasaka, Saburo's daughter, because if she hears your story, she might side with him to take down Yorinobu. Takamura is on the run with no allies inside Arasaka, but V's survival skills and street connections give him a way to operate in Night City's underworld. Takamura contacts you regularly, checking your progress on finding a meeting with Hanako Arasaka. He's polite, but formal, treating you like a potential witness, not just another street hustler. But when you follow through on leads, fight alongside him, and show persistence, he starts to acknowledge your skill. Victor gives you the bad news that V only has around 3 weeks to live until they're completely gone. He gives V some pills to either block Johnny and make him disappear temporarily, or pills to basically give Johnny control. After you hear the news, you go back to your apartment and you wake up first time seeing the Johnny Silverhand next to you. V receives a call from Takamura. He wants to meet at a restaurant to explain you the plan. He needs you to find Evelyn Parker because she can get you inside Arasaka to witness Saburo murder. V agrees to find Evelyn Parker and track down Anders Helman, the man who invented the relic. But Anders Helman is hiding from Arasaka, and he has almost disappeared. Takamura tells you that all the leads he found point to one place, the afterlife, where he can meet the queen of the afterlife, Rogue. This is the same rogue from the Arasaka Tower mission in 2023, who helped Johnny to destroy the Arasaka Tower. Takamura believes she can help you to find Helman. V contacts Judy to ask her about the Evelyn, but she is concerned about her safety, and she will not tell you from the beginning where you find her. She will believe that you will use her to hide from the heist problem that will come to you later, but eventually Judy tells us that Evelyn was back working at a club called Clouds. V finds out that Evelyn was attacked by a client during her working hours, but after a research in the strip club, he finds that she was actually hacked by Netrunner who implant remote psychosis in her brain. V finds the manager of Clouds on the name of Woodman and peacefully asks him about the Evelyn Parker. He gives you some info that he got an order from upper management to recycle her, but after some more peaceful interrogation, he revealed that she was actually hunted by some scriber Netrunner who implanted Death's Head badge in her brain. V and Judy rush the scavenger complex where Evelyn is being held, but she's in a very bad condition, having been brutally tortured. Eventually, Judy manages to get a virtue from Evelyn's chip of her having a conversation with Brigitte, leader of the Voodoo Boys, a gang of Netrunners. It turns out that Brigitte hired Evelyn to record Yorinobu Place so they could steal the biochip themselves. This explains who tried to off Evelyn at Clouds. They did this going against Arasaka and stealing the chip for herself. In order to reach the Voodoo Boys, V calls Mr. Hands, a fixer in the city, and he sets you up with them. But first, you have to complete a gig for contact name Placid, so he can put you in touch with Brigitte. He asks you to steal a van from Grand Imperial Mall. The real reason for this mission is that the van is Netrunner tech, and the gangs are just high protection for this Netrunner inside. Eventually, V reaches the Netrunner, who is a Netwatch agent trying to take down the Voodoo Boys subnet. The agent tells V that the Placid has infected V with a virus in order to take out V and the Netwatch agents. V has a choice here to either trust the Netwatch agent or not. Later on, you find Brigitte at the Voodoo Boys camp, who is just freed after being trapped in subnet. Brigitte is mad at Placid for trying to kill you, but wishes to examine the chip. She tells you that she needs Johnny's construct in order to get beyond the black wall and speak to Alt Cunningham. The Voodoo Boys' main goal is to breach the black wall. This makes sense why they wanted the chip, so Johnny can lead them to Alt Cunningham, who is in fact Johnny's net-running girlfriend. A trip back in time, 2013, we have Alt Cunningham and Johnny who just complete a gig, but Johnny's heavy wounded, and Alt is kidnapped by Arasaka assassins. They want to make an AI out of her for their soul killer program, but Alt wrote the program too. Johnny goes to meet Rogue at the Atlantis, and after a gunfight with Arasaka agents, they come up with a plan to destroy Arasaka Tower and save Alt, but they find Alt's dead body. Although she died, her consciousness managed to escape and she fled to the net. But at the end, Arasaka Netrunners find her and close her in Arasaka subnet. This is what led to the mission where Johnny upload the Soul Killer program and destroy the tower. V now meets Alt, who explains that even if she designed the Soul Killer, she's powerless because Arasaka changed the code of the program. But she can help you find Mikoshi. She can help by entangling you in Johnny's neural networks and reinserting V's consciousness. They now have a plan. Upon leaving the chapel, V has another attack from the relic. After recovering, V back to Afterlife, where they meet Rogue. Rogue is having a fire conversation with a lady called Panem. V speaks to Rogue and tells them they need to track down Anders Helman, but she asks you for a big amount of EDs and you have to complete some extra gigs in order to get the money for Rogue. After paying Rogue the cash, she informed V that Helman is hiding behind a Chinese corporation called Kangtao, but will be transported outside the city, so you have to hurry up. Rogue puts V in contact with Panem. She's a nomad who makes biz merch for Rogue. But the thing is, Panem lost a shipment, and you need to help her to get it back. After getting a car back and delivering the lost merch, Panem agrees to help V to find the Helman. Panem get help from Aldecados so they can bring down the AV from the sky. Helman is captured and held at the gas station. V calls Takamura and tell him that he will transport Helman at the hotel. After a while, Helman examined the relic and explained to V that the chip basically eating V's brain, and he can't function on its own. He is stuck with the chip on his head. V leaves the motel and suffers another attack from the biochip. Then have to meet up with Takamura and his contact Sandayu Oda, who is also Hanaka's bodyguard. He don't like you too much, and after some interrogation, Sandayu Oda tells them that there is a parade to honor Saburo, and this is also a perfect occasion to reach Hanaka. V calls Wakako Okado. When arriving, Wakako gives V and Takamura intel on the parade, which will be useful to their mission. After some days, Takamura called V for a meeting at the market. After doing some research with Goro at the market, he instructs V to gain access to the market's security systems so they can find out where the snipers are going to be located. After you kill the 3 snipers and the netrunner, V uploads a virus into the float system. After this, V has to battle with Sendai Odor, Hanaka's bodyguard. After defeating him, V hacks the system and Takamura ducks Hanaka. Takamura calls V and tells him to meet him at an agreed hideout. Upon arriving, V is able to talk to Hanaka. But not long after that, the special forces from Arasaka destroy the building and take Hanaka. And here, you can choose to save Takamura or not. V suffers another attack from the relic. After you wake up at the Sunset Motel, it's revealed that Johnny took control and got V to the motel for safety. After a while, a mysterious woman knocked to the door. Willing to speak with V is actually Hanaka Arasaka using a proxy to be able to communicate. She tells V that she believes Yorinobu killed Saburo and wants him to pay. She wants to meet V in person at Arasaka Tower. There are numerous endings, but as mentioned, this path will follow the good ending. But this is the main ending. You can try them all after you finish the main story ending at Arasaka Tower. That would be the best storyline for beginning. After some time, you get in touch with Julie Alvarez after helping avenge Evelyn's death and help Panama and their El Ducados with their mission in capturing the Basilisk.
Nice touch.
After reaching the meeting place with Hanaka, she tells V that they know Saburo was killed by Yorinobu. She tells V that she can get them access to Mikoshi, but she needs V to tell the Arasaka board of his treason of Yorinobu. V suffers the worst attack yet from the relic and ends up at Vic Ripper Dock. Johnny shows up and tells V he should let him take control and go to Rogue, but Misty takes V to the roof and she gives him other choice, to shoot themselves and trust Hanaka Arasaka or continue with the plan to expose Yorinobu with the help from the Panem and El Ducados. V calls Panem and asks her for a favor. After arriving at the El Ducados camp, V meets Dakota, a nomad netrunner, who helped V into the net to speak with Alt, who tells us that Mukoshi will be destroyed in the process of separating V and Johnny, and V's soul and Johnny will be integrated in Alt. Alt gives V a shard to insert in Mukoshi in order for it to gain access. After a good night's sleep, V gets ready to head out with the rest of the clan. Upon a fight with Arasaka forces, V, Panem, and Sal manage to make it into Arasaka from underneath the building, using an access tunnel and the Basilisk. V manages to insert the shard into the system, giving Alt access. Alt tells V that the path to Mikoshi is now open. However, something unexpected awaits. Atom Smasher turns up and kills Sal. After defeating Smasher, V tells Smasher before finishing them off that Johnny sends his regards. V is now able to approach Mikoshi and jacks onto the system, rebooting the system. V is now in cyberspace again and talks to Johnny and Alt. Alt has split Johnny and V from one another using Cell Killer. V is technically now a construct themselves and is being copied into V's body. Alt tells V that unfortunately, due to the damage to their body by the relic and DNA refiguring, this means that V only has about 6 months left to live. This is because V's body will see the consciousness as an intruder. Johnny tells us he is staying with Alt beyond the black wall to become part of her, but Alt gives V an option for Johnny to take V's body and remain there, and for V to go with her. V chooses to live out of Black Wall whatever life they have left. Upon waking up in Panem's truck, you step out to have a conversation with Panem and look at Night City one last time. V and the Nomads are heading out to Arizona to settle there. V leaves Night City with Panem and the Nomads. Well, that's all for today. It was a long journey with emotional touch in every place. The game have a lot of opportunities to explore the Night City and V's story. But most important is to find your story in the game. Make your own choice, open a new way of interaction with the ally and your friends. And let me know in comment what is your favorite ending from the game.